Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. We're having a very cosy evening. I'm in my PJs, umming and ahhing about what to do this week as a video. And I actually thought I'm going to do the video that I needed a few weeks ago, which is basically a pep talk for winter, because I think we all, disabled or not, we can get negative thoughts in our head about, am I doing enough? Or, I should be doing this, blah, blah, blah. And I just thought, you know what? Let's have just a cozy chit chat together and talk about what things we shouldn't be telling ourselves this winter that's going to make us feel like rubbish. For the backstory that people don't know, I basically had 24-hour care in one way or another for a very long time, and recently I talked about on Instagram how it feels really liberating to finally live on my own and do what I want to do. That's not to say that, like, when I didn't live on my own, I couldn't do what I want, 'cause I could, but there's nothing like your own independence that really just makes you feel so liberated. So, long story short, I was saying that on Instagram and how I've really managed to appreciate the little moments. I called them mundane moments. I really like to appreciate that, but it can still get in your head a little bit. So here's just something that just might help you this winter. I toy between not liking and liking the term rest is productive, because it still suggests that we should be productive all the time. And like, rest is just nice. You deserve, as a human, to feel rested. So instead of saying rest is productive, I'm going to go a little bit further and just be like, you deserve to rest. You should like yourself enough to give yourself some time to just be you. And that is something that I think I have mastered very well this year, I've got to say. I have really taken that on the chin and rolled with it. Another one is that in the winter, especially, it's really difficult to do the basics, especially if you're disabled. So I would say it's okay to take a break on your goals or what you want to do. Like, tell yourself, you know, there's a lot of people reflecting and thinking about next year and what have they achieved this year, and it's really easy to get wrapped up in that, but give yourself permission to just be like, do you know what? Let's pause and we'll pick it back up in the spring. Like, it is okay to do that. No one's going to tell you off. I mean, if you're a child and you're going to school, you got to do your studies. But if you're an adult and you are in control of your own life, it's okay to take a pause and come back. That's what I'm going to do. I am basically doing my freelance work. That is my priority right now. And I will pick everything back up in the spring when I'm able to do a little bit more and I feel a little bit better. And I've just basically taken that guilt away. And it feels so good, I'm not going to lie. The next one is really important for me, is you don't have to enjoy this weather. Like, everyone talks about, going to Winter Wonderland, getting a hot chocolate outside with your woolly hat and your mittens, and it's all wholesome and nice. And I'm not chatting on that, like, I'm sure it's great. But for me personally, I just want to be cozy. I want to be inside. I want to be nice and warm. And I think for a long time I felt almost embarrassed that that was my preferred thing to do. But there are so many people out there who feel the same. So just connect with people who enjoy that. Like, I've got friends who just come round, have a chill. It's no big deal. I don't feel guilty about it. They prefer that too. You've just got to find your people that want to do the same thing as you. And it feels so liberating just to be like, do you know what? This is my cozy season, and that's what we're doing. Another big one for me is you don't have to plan every day in the festive season. Like, I think with the rise of like Vlogmas this year and people documenting exciting days out, and again, it's really nice to watch. And I think it's nice to see people doing traditions and going out getting trees and going to the theatre or whatever they decide to do. That's lovely. But I've told myself this year that I've got just a handful of events that I'm going to do in December with my special people around me. And that is all I'm going to do this year. I'm not going to fill every day with stuff. I'm not going to feel guilty about it. I'm just going to do what I know I can do, what I will enjoy doing, which is such a big thing as well because we often get wrapped up in, doing what we think we should be doing or what we've always done for years. So, yeah, just pick whatever's realistic for you, do that, and overall, just make sure that you actually enjoy it. That is the number one thing. Another big one, which is kind of related, is you're allowed to have boundaries this winter, which I know boundaries is such a word that we throw about all the time. But again, I have really, really practiced boundaries, and I can do a whole video on that at some point. But again, I think it's about how you see yourself, and I think boundaries really is a lot about looking after your own well being. So if you prioritize yourself, if you make sure that you are in the best mode and you've got the best energy, feeling good, then you've got more to give the people that you really love and you want to spend time with, rather than just trying to go to everything and just knowing that you're not being your true self. You're overwhelmed, you're overstimulated, you're exhausted when you get home. Like, as soon as you start doing these boundaries and doing what feels right to you, honestly, you won't want to stop. I have fully mastered it now. I am so honest with my friends and my family, and you know what? The people that love you will completely be on board and they will want you to do what you need to do as well. So just remember that if someone's making you feel guilty about something, have a think about why that is. And, do you want to be around people that make you feel guilty? Because I know I don't. And the final message, which is kind of linked to all of what I've just said, is you are not boring, okay? You don't have to be exciting. You don't have to chase the most exciting experiences all the time. Like, yes, it is nice to do fun things, but if your winter looks like cups of tea every night, cozy dinners, I can't tell you how many Christmas films and cheesy rom-coms I have watched in the last 2 weeks, and I am buzzing about it. Like, I think it takes so much energy. Guilt is such a energy taker. To feel guilty about not doing, in quotes, what you should be, it is exhausting. So take that pressure away and allow yourself to, in quotes, be boring. Just do it. Just be boring. Because as soon as you give yourself that permission, oh my god, it is so liberating. It is just so nice to, like, I know there's a lot of privilege within that because not everybody's situation, if you've got responsibilities or, if life doesn't look very cozy right now, then, it's about looking for things that is realistic. But for me, I think as soon as I stopped comparing myself to other people, I really found, like I say, the really lovely little things in life that make me happy. And overall, I'm starting to notice that I'm such a more in like a positive mindset now. It's changed my whole vibe, it's changed my energy. Every time people come into my flat, they say there's something about this flat that's like a zen feeling. And I honestly think it's because I've changed my complete, like, mindset. It's completely changed. And I think it's because I've just really thought about what makes me happy instead of what is everyone else doing. So yeah, I hope this doesn't sound like I think I'm sorted and I think I'm perfect, because I definitely am not. There's still things I'm working on. But I have worked really hard, and I know what it's like to feel like you're struggling in the winter, and you are comparing yourself to other people. Um, but honestly, just take little steps at a time, and I promise you will see those little changes. Let me know, first of all, if you can relate in any way. Let me know if there's anything that you do to conquer these thoughts, and yeah, let me know if you enjoyed this video. A little bit different. Let's have a chit chat, and I'll see you next Sunday at 10 a.m. Bye!